Hi, fellow traders and investors. This is Joe Gruender from InvestorsHelp.net. Well, I know many of you out there have been waiting for this next set of videos that I'm going to be putting up on Vimeo in the next day or so. This is session 2 of the Silicon Valley Low Frequency Algorithmic Trading Meetup that was held about a week ago here in Northern California, Silicon Valley in particular. What I'm doing here, we have a total of 6 videos that I recorded at this session 2, that was given by Allan Loo. It's an excellent presentation. We also have available session 1. I'll talk about that at the end of this short video. What I did, because there's so much information available from Allan in session 2, I provided a few comments, as you can see here, for each of the 6 videos that I recorded during session 2. Of course, in this session, the first thing we had the opportunity was to meet Allan Loo. I've never met Allan before this meeting. And we learned from Allan what is his favorite trading platform. Allan shares with us how he has become profitable month after month. He frequently gets 70 to 90% profitable trades using his strategy. It was interesting to me also to see how he analyzes a chart to determine the pricing zone that you should be considerate of, or you should consider when making your trades. Allan offers several different strategies based on how frequently do you want to trade. Some trade several times in one day. It's more frequently, however, for his trades to take place over several days to perhaps a week or so. There's a variety of other things that will be covered in this session, so let's see what's in video 2. In video 2, Allan actually begins analyzing the trading charts that he uses. He shows us how, using a big picture approach, you can determine where we are in the zone. What is the environment of the current market? He looks at several specific charts and shows us how to establish a profit objective. In many situations here, his objective is 100% profit per month. It's hard to believe, but he showed us his results. He also tells us what type of bars is the best type to use. Most of you use price bars, the standard price bars, either candlesticks or the regular price bars, bar charts. And he has something else that's very interesting. He helps show us how to determine where is the major trend. And Allan believes in removing 80% of the noise from his charts when he does his trading. So Allan shows us how to do that also. In video 3, Allan shows us he is a firm believer in backtesting. He shows us what period of time he uses to look back, and then what period does he do the forward walk or walk forward period for his testing. He shares with us why he does not use continuous contracts. Now this is for futures, of course. There's some disadvantages, and he shares with us what's the problem of using continuous contracts. Once again, he tells us this time, where do you find the best types of bars? Not all trading platforms offer the type of bars that Allan uses. He then basically gets into reviewing and improving your algorithmics or algos. He shares about that. And he provides some interesting thought on whether it's better to use dynamic exits instead of fixed exits. Of course, these are also for stop losses. He has some very interesting comments about the using of stop losses that I'm sure you guys will want to hear about. Well, as we all know, there's basically two things in in making profits in the market, of course. One is when do you get in, and the other is when do you get out, what we call entry and exit. Allan goes into some discussion on this and tells us which of the two is more important. Once again, he talks a little about backtesting in video 4, and then he begins an interesting conversation, a very informative section on the use of Ishimoku Cloud and what parts of the Ishimoku strategy does he use. He shares with us also what indicators he likes to use in order to get a big picture as far as the zone of where we are right now. He shows us where is the danger or the transitional zone on our charts when using the Ishimoku clouds. And then he tells us why we should do some testing before we actually use our system. The importance, in other words, of backtesting. In video 5, I've learned something new. I have never heard of Trade Manager, and I have at some time in the past used the Strategy Performance Report. But Allan does spend some time on these two useful tools that are available to us. Then he shares his favorite indicator. In fact, it's an indicator that Allan himself devised by combining a moving average convergence divergence indicator with the Bollinger Band indicator. He combined them in order to give him a very effective methodology for generating some really large size profits in the markets using this his indicator. A long period of time, because of its significance, Allan focuses on the importance of getting rid of any of your big loser. We should continually analyze losses if and when we have them, especially the ones that are big losses, to determine how is the best way to eliminate those big losses in the future. He strives to continually improve his performance, and Allan will share with you and me how he does that. In fact, he'll show us, there's a chart where he showed all of us how he had 10 wins in a row. Isn't that unbelievable? He gets almost 80% returns per week using one of his strategies. Also, I asked him about, is it possible to use the strategies on stocks and options? And it is possible. It's preferable, though, to use it on options. Using it on options, Allan has realized 100% returns per week. So there's more coming on this subject, that not in this session, but hopefully at a later date from Allan, since I definitely would like to use some of his methodology and strategies on options. So that's a great interest for me. What about you? Maybe you too would want to try it. The 6th video gets into several questions that were raised by the attendees based on the information that Allan presented to us. He also goes through specific trading results using his systems. He calls them the Apache systems. He goes once again into the appropriateness of using stop losses. Should we use stop losses? Should they be fixed, or should they be adaptive stop losses? So this is a fascinating area that many of us have really not considered before. So as you can see, there's just a wealth of information in the 6 videos for session 2 that I'm sure you want to check out. I think you'll definitely find it worth your time and money. Speaking about money, for only 99 cents, I want to remind you that the first 4 videos from session 1 refresh are available through my website. So all you need to go is to the URL at my website here, investorshelp.net, index HTML, and you'll be able to find a link that will take you for 99 cents to the 4 videos that have been previously published. I know several of you have learned a lot from session 1, and you're going to even learn a lot more and be able, I believe, to put a lot of the information, a lot of the actual strategies and indicators that Allan speaks about, you'll be able to put those to use for yourself as you get more involved in the financial markets, and hopefully as you too start generating some of these outstanding profits like Allan has realized in the past, and currently he still realizes those. So that's enough. Check out, if you want to, the 6 videos. I strongly would encourage you to do that. If you haven't had a chance to review the first session 1 4 videos, you can check that also out. We'll be having session 3 coming up, I hope, in the next couple weeks or so, and hopefully with Allan's permission, I'll record that session 3 and maybe a session 4 for you guys. So for those of us, or those of you who do not live in Silicon Valley, wherever you are throughout the world, you too can have access to this excellent information. So you take care. This is Joe Gruender from investorshelp.net saying so long, take care. Bye for now.